I saw something on the internet, and I'm going to show it to you. It's called a single line drawing. And I saw this picture of Mahatma Gandhi, and I really thought it was cool. And I've never done one like this, so it was a nice challenge for me. And I thought that some of you could do this and kind of stretch your artistic skills, challenge yourself to do something different, and don't worry about getting it perfect like I always say. So this is Gandhi, and I did a few. I did this one, and then I did this one. Not perfect, but I think if someone were playing charades and they saw this, they might say, yeah, that looks like Gandhi. So when I decided to start, I figured out if I emphasize certain things about his picture that most people would recognize, if I want to get a likeness of him, that means drawing a portrait of someone that really does look like them. That's called a likeness. If I want to get a good likeness, maybe I should emphasize his glasses, he's bald, and he has some prominent wrinkles on his forehead. If I emphasize his mustache, well, that kind of looks like Hitler. But if I do those things, maybe I can get it to look like him. So I'm using my Apple pen with the stylus. You have all these tools. I love this app. And when I got my iPad, the girl that sold it to me told me about this app, and it's really inexpensive. It's $9.99 at the App Store. It's called Procreate, and it works with an Apple pen, but you can also use your finger. So I'm going to get started and do another single line drawing. And over here on the left, I can control how big. So I'm going to go to drawing or sketching. I'm going to go to sketching and use this pencil, and let me see how big it is. I want to make it a little bigger. And in Procreate, you can hit this back arrow on the bottom left and erase what you did. So I'm going to get started. I'm looking on my iPhone at a picture of Gandhi, and he's looking in the other direction. So I'm going to try to draw this portrait without lifting up my pen. And we'll do his eyes. And like I said, I'm going to emphasize certain things to see if I can make it look like him. So there's his eyes, and I'm going to go back up here and do some wrinkles on his forehead, and then I'm going to do his nose and his mustache. And I'm going to try to do this without ever lifting my pen. His mouth. And if I don't like the shape of it, I can go back up and kind of go over it. I'm going to go up here and do his ear. And finish off. And I think it's a pretty good likeness. You know, he's a small man. When people think of Gandhi, they think of, a short Indian man who's bald with glasses and a prominent forehead and a mustache, and he's very well known and he's very well beloved because he said so many wise things. And there's my single line drawing, and I found a quote that incorporates this week's Rise Up trait, and this is how it goes: be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. So to me, this really is wise. In my life, I've found out that whenever I'm going through something that seems completely overwhelming, and if you talk to any of your teachers, we've all been through something really difficult in our lives, sometimes over and over again. What you find is that if you don't isolate yourself when you're going through something hard, if you talk to other people, you often or almost always find that somebody else is going through something just as hard as what you're going through or worse. So that's my big advice for today. Don't isolate yourself, and also be kind, because everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle or some kind of battle. And that's my lesson for today. Thank you for listening. I'd love to see your work. If you want to go on Google and try to find some kind of quote about kindness, something that speaks to you, something that resonates with you, and then try to find a picture of that person who said it and try to do a single line drawing with pencil or pen. I would love to see your work. It really makes my day when I see some of you engaging in my projects, and I really appreciate it. And that's all for now. And I will put up a gallery of a few examples of single line drawings on Dojo. And then if you try it yourself, just email it to me or put it up on Dojo like you've been doing, or have your parent put it up. Thanks a lot.